Preface. Koyama Bunpachiro had a difficult decision. Was he prepared to die? Was he ready to sacrifice comfort and pleasure and devote everything he had to the selfless way of the warrior? Would he honor the code? To be a samurai in feudal Japan was to command honor and respect, embodied from a lifetime of training in moral leadership, duty, and grace. Bunpachiro's life, like every other samurai, included daily training for battle and swordsmanship, as well as calligraphy, poetry, art, and tea ceremony. The code of the samurai required total commitment. It would involve putting his country and master above himself, to the extent of imagining he was already dead. It meant waking up every day ready to die. Bunpachiro chose the samurai way of life, and the acceptance of death that came with it. But in 1867, his entire lifestyle came to an abrupt halt. When 2.5 centuries of samurai rule ended during his lifetime, he went from having incredible power to feeling powerless. His elite status and everything he'd sacrificed for was gone. His heart was crushed. Without a purpose for his life, the bottle became his unsympathetic friend. If only Bunpachiro had learned what I've discovered, which is that every human heart has the potential for deep contentment, joy, and confidence, and training it is the most important thing you'll ever do. Your heart is where all your hopes and dreams, fears and anxieties fade or flourish. It's a source of mental toughness and inner strength. If your heart is built around something temporary that you cannot control, your life will be unstable. Bunpachiro's self-worth was attached to his role as samurai, and when he lost it, he lost everything. As you read this book and examine your heart, what you'll find is that your greatest dream is not realized in having millions of dollars, or perhaps a house overlooking the ocean. Your dream is how you think these things will make you feel. Perhaps those things will bring happiness as you imagine people complimenting you on your success. Or it will bring great experiences as you have your friends over to enjoy your waterfront home. But maybe they won't. Besides, money and material possessions aren't actually what you're really after. If you search your heart, beyond the desire for any measure of success, you'll discover, I believe, that what you really want is to feel truly alive, filled with vitality, purpose, and meaning, absolute fullness of life. For most of us, perhaps unknowingly, life has been one long search for this fullness. We want deep, enriching experiences and meaningful relationships, a life where we're not constantly shrinking back in fear. We want to live courageously, learning and growing, fueling a fearlessness that awakens the lives of others. That life is available to all of us, but we so easily get caught up chasing symbols of success rather than the real thing, sidetracked in busyness, losing sight of what we truly want. Rather than seeking fearless authenticity and personal growth directly, we pursue an illusion and get emptiness instead. The direct pursuit means developing a new mindset and new skills, ones that lead to inner strength, peace, and confidence, independent of circumstances. Your heart may need to reorient its bearings and redefine success by prizing something that's more stable and powerful than your feelings or status, letting go of how society measures your life. You can learn how to perform extraordinarily under extreme pressure and live a life of deep contentment, joy, and confidence. In fact, you'll find that this reorientation of the heart is the most efficient and powerful way to do so. Yoshitaka Koyama, Bunpachiro's son, watched his father, once a great warrior, lose his prominence and become an alcoholic. He saw that his father's identity was wrapped up in status and things he could not control. Yoshitaka began to think deeply about his own life, about what he truly wanted, and what was most important. He realized that what he craved was not power or prestige. He wanted fullness of life. As a result, Yoshitaka changed the course of his life, from one focused on power over others to one focused on empowering others. Through this shift, he gained deep contentment, joy, and confidence, and lived an extraordinary life. This book was written by his great-grandson.